you're contractually obligated to me to sell the property at 1.1 million if I choose to buy it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
At the end of the month, if I choose not to buy it, I walk away.
I keep 10 grand regardless.
Regardless, up front.
You want to buy my house? I'm going to get potentially, yeah. You got 30 days to choose whether you buy it or not, and I'm going to get 10 grand regardless. And if you do buy it, I know it's worth 1 million. You're going to buy it for me for 1.1 million.
Correct.
Who thinks that's a good deal? It's a good deal, right? Is it too good?
I might know something. I might.
He might know something.
That'd be reasonable.
I don't know
Exactly. I might. So we've got to look at the different
That's
psychology
exactly
of each
right.
person.
Why would Greg do that? Because he might know something. He might have an idea that my property is going to be worth 1.5 million.
I might know the zoning's changing. I might know there's hospitals and there's many reasons people do this in property. Does that make sense? So however, who's got a guaranteed income up front?
Me, 10 grand, regardless. If he
Pretty
buys it
cool,
all,
right? Pretty cool. He's got a guaranteed. And yeah, he wasn't going to sell it, but if he does sell it, he's going to get how much more? Over market, right? Yeah, but can he get more? So say in the next month, something changed in the environment that now his property's worth 2 million. In the next month, can he get 2 million? No. What can he get? 1.1. So he's capped his potential upside. The trade-off being he gets instant income in his bank account right now. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
Pretty cool, right? Cool.
so let's do that with the stock.
Sure.
Yeah, go.
So the 10 grand, do you only get that 10 grand if you sell? And
No,
if you
It's
just,
upfront regardless.
Regardless.
so
Whether the
you
property
won't
goes up,
sell your-
down, sideways, whether I choose to buy it or not, I've given him that money, and for that money, I have the right to buy his property at 1.1 of the next month.
But if you decide not to, then you still get 10 grand.
He keeps that regardless.
Yeah, that 10 grand is for the right to do something within that time period.
Yeah, I'm
And
buying
in the
time.
options contract, the right to buy or sell stock. In this example, the right to buy or sell the property. So that's the same thing, yeah.
Can Anthony opt out and give you back the 10,000?
Cool.
Mm.
Great
Yeah,
question.
it's a very good question. The answer is yes. You can trade these contracts millions of times, trade over in the stock market. Yes, the answer is yes, and we teach you that in what's called our scan positions, our post the trade. What we do in our course, we don't have time to teach you that time, but the answer is yes, you can.
So, as in, if you decide, you know what, I don't want to sell my house.
He can give me money back
Yeah.
Okay,
potentially.
right.
However, potentially I may not want to accept it. As an example, I then go, well, sorry, it's 15 days in, and I know they've changed the zoning, and I know your property's worth 1.5 million now, right? Sorry, mate, no go. It's a contract.
So then
If you want to pay me, fine. You're now going to pay me $510,000 to buy this back.
So you're almost locked in, so.
Almost.
Because there's value in it
Yeah.
now. There's value in this contract. Right? If I now know his property's worth 1.5, why am I going to give it back to him for 10 grand? Doesn't make sense. So the same thing you'll find with options contracts. When there's value, we get a bit more detail here. We do go through a lot of detail in the course, but those changes, they fluctuate. The premiums change based on the actual real intangible value.
The value of that contract changes depending on what's happening in the market.
Correct.
Depending on what news came out about the local property, about the local markets. That
And in
changes.
the real stock market, it's depending on where the stock moves, which is known as the underlying, because the stock is linked to the contracts. And you'll see this as we get through examples tonight. But really good questions. You guys.
More questions? Anyone got any questions? This is a little bit tricky to get.
So, at the moment, you're saying houses and property, but actually we are talking about
Stock, exactly. Yeah. So we're using this as an example because most people get property,
Yeah.
but we're now going to move into very quickly, pretty much now, into doing this with stocks. I'm going to go through
Can I
heaps of
just
examples.
flip that? In this case here, I'll just do the stock example for you. In this case here, I actually am the one selling this contract, even though he paid me for it. And when it comes to the shares, I'm selling this contract to Greg. So it might be that I have ABC stock, and I'm like, well, I know it's worth $10. I'm happy to sell it for $11 for anyone that wants to buy it, and I'm giving them the right. Greg thinks, I think this ABC stock's going to go through the roof, so I'm happy to pay a small amount, like that $10,000 for property. He might be paying $10 or $1. Let's just
Dollar
have it.
per share,
Yeah, $1 per share.
We'll go through these examples.
Yeah, cool.
They're in the site. So
So it works the same.
have you got them? So I think we're going to go through some
Yeah,
of these examples
cool.
in here.
So why options? Speculation to make money up, down, or sideways. And that's not what we do. We don't look at the speculative side. That was more